Good morning. Happy Wednesday, my friends. Hello. Hi, Bill. Good morning, Emerson. Hi, everybody. Good morning, Ellen. Madame's Sunday. That's fun. I love Sundays. Hi, Sherry. How are you? It's paused. I don't know why it paused, but hopefully it'll be okay. Hi, Gail. Ellen, good morning, Emerson. Ellen, I'm so envious that you made it to the Vasari store. Was it amazing? Is it worth the trip? And where is it in? Like Emmaus? Is that where it is? Or were you in New York? Good morning, Michael. Hi, Libby. Hi, Gabby. How is everyone? Hi, Allie. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm having a crazy busy week. I'm doing a little mini workshop on tomorrow, doing a hellebore. If anybody wants to do that, the little thing is in the link is in my bio. Siri came on when you said, I don't know. Oh, isn't that funny? That SIRI is always listening, isn't she? Always. Like, you could say the weirdest things and she'll answer you. So I have that coming up, and Art in Bloom's going to launch next week. So if any of you have been thinking about doing Art in Bloom, that's all going to launch. I'm getting it all ready. It's in Easton, very cool, just paint and nothing else. Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. Easton's not that far away. Did you buy a lot, Ellen? Did they have them for sale when you're there, or you just get to play with them? Or do you even get to play with them? We're talking about the Vasari paints that I love. I love Vasari paints. So anyway, so I have my hellebores workshop tomorrow, and then Art in Bloom launches next week if any of you have been thinking about doing it. And then I feel like I have something else. Oh, the Connecticut. If anybody wants to do a little, it's like a getaway, artist retreat at Artist Rising. That's coming up in May. So lots happening. I'm looking to see what I missed here. Sometimes I'm not very good at thinking about lots of things. Oh, Manhattan store. Yeah, that would be fun. Okay, so I found something out the other day. I was just playing here this morning. You know, I've been loving the Tort, or what is it? Yeah, this Tort Gray. He wanted them all. I bet. Wouldn't it be fun to have the whole Connecticut River Valley? Yep, that's where it's at. The workshop in May. So if anybody wants to join me there, it'll be fun. It's like 4 days of painting and hanging out. Sounds fabulous. In a beautiful place. Painting all things spring. But this Tort Gray, I went to order more and I couldn't get it. And my little tube says promotional, not for resale. And I had heard that they make this paint just by mixing up paints that they have left over, I think. So maybe it's not something you can buy. And I've been loving this for my neutral background. So I was playing around with making it myself. So I'll show you what I was doing here before I get started. Wait, let me flip this around. Okay. Oh, I have to pull this over twice. Maybe I'll just hold it for now. Pop it back in there. Good morning, Judy. So I took two browns that I have. One is, this is a new one that I got. It's French Burnt Umber and Van Dyke Brown. And I mixed them both with this titanium buff. And, whoops, I was playing with something else here. I'm always playing with my paints. So, is the light good on there? I think it's okay. So this, look how close. This is the mixture of the French Burnt Umber and titanium buff right here. And this is Tort Gray. So they're super close. Like this maybe could just do one pinch of black or something. And then I took Van Dyke Brown, which I also like. It's a great neutralizing brown color, and mixed it with the same color. And look how cool that is. Like those are so different. I mean, both wonderful. We could probably play with both of them in the painting, and then I was loving this color, so I was playing around with this morning too, because I think this is a great color for what we're doing. So I'm going to paint daffodils. I just bought these at Market on Saturday and took tons of photos. There, Do I have that up high enough that you're not seeing everybody's notes? Let me see if I can get that out of our way. Whoops, sorry. All my technical difficulties of early morning. All right, I think that should be good. And is it bright enough? Let's see if we get glare. I'm going to move this light over a little bit. Yay, spring. I know. I cannot wait. I have a few torque rays, and every year they would be different. No two are ever the same. Yeah, and I can't figure out where to buy them. So I just figured I'll make my own, right? It's just as good a solution as any. I know I'd have to move these out of my way. Because I will use these colors. I'm going to throw them out. Okay. Let me clean this off of my area. I have to do that first. Or I'll turn around here and it'll be all a mess. Okay, good enough. So, let the fun begin. Yes, I'm ready. I'm always ready to do this in the morning. Actually got a lot done this morning waiting for time to paint. And I think I left my smaller brushes in my sink, but I think we'll be fine without. I see a new pencil. Yes, my old ones here. Oh, here's the original. And I did get a fresh one out. I still love this little tiny one. Oh, no, wait, let me see. They used to give them away each year. When you went into an art shop, they would have them in December. Oh, my gosh, isn't that fun, Ellie? I love that. How do you have the grid? I have the grid on my image. It's an app called Grid Hashtag. Simple as that. You just pull your image into it and add the grid. You can do it. Your line weight's different. You can do as many as you want. Like you could do 8. I always do 4x4. Even if I'm doing a huge painting, I still do the 4x4 grid. All right. So I usually do my yoga on Tuesday nights, and I ended up needing to go shoot photos at a school that's one of my clients for my design job. So I didn't get all that done last night, and I feel a little bit like I didn't finish yesterday yet. It's crazy. I love my Tuesday night yoga. But things don't always work out that way, so the way you plan. Always good to be able to modify your day when it happens. I think I'm just going to lump in this whole yellow. This should be over here. So I usually take my photos in my living room, and they're against a gray wall. And it usually turns out very warm looking because the sunlight's coming in. And that does look a lot like that taupe gray. Now the kind of fun challenge of the daffodils is, first of all, yellow is not my comfort zone at all. And like a lot of those darker colors over there look green kind of. Judy says, Art Tools app allows you to grid and manipulate the image, make larger and smaller as well as size for the canvas you're using. Oh, that's great. I don't even think I know Art Tools app. All right, I'm writing that down, Judy. You are always in the know. How is your Art Tools app? How is your art shop, your little art gallery store going, Judy? I keep wanting to ask you about that. Judy opened up a little gallery store in a space that your friend has, right? Is that what it is? You have to remind me or tell everyone about it. And is it in Top Sale? Is that where you are, North Carolina? Tell everybody about it in case they're in the area. I keep wanting to go there and do a workshop at Judy's too. That would be so fun. I feel like life is getting back to normal now. Maybe things like that can start happening. Just looking where my dark areas are. Is this video viewable after the live? Oh, yes, it is. It'll be here. You know what? And I put it up on, I have a YouTube channel. So you can find that through the link in my bio. You can watch it there. And I think it stays here in my Facebook somewhere. Or Instagram, I mean. A little red in there. But yeah, you can watch them anytime. If you have trouble finding them, just message me. All right, getting too detailed in here. Do you have a favorite table easel? Oh, yes. I love this table easel that I have. I've had it for years, and I got it from Karen Jurick's website. She's passed away, but you can still find it there. It's KarinJurick. Judy says, it's the Painted Tree Boutiques. There's 28 around the country, a collection of local vendors. That's so neat. And Judy, you don't have to do a lot to maintain it, do you? You just have to keep it stocked, right? Like, do you have to go there and work? Do you have to... we have a place here called Building Character that might be something like that I did for a while, but it took too much focus for me to keep up with it. But we had to, keeping it stocked was a big part of it, keeping it clean, like checking on things, running in there. It's a little more than I liked doing. Glory to the Ukraine is our land. I took some. Okay. Let me see. Where my vases. I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep my line there in the background angled, and I think I will. I kind of like that, the feel of that. Kind of makes it a little dynamic. I like doing these more traditional. I've been having fun with these more traditional formats like this, but Judy says, no work, they sell. I stock my art, may be a little pricey, but a lot of yes, that's wonderful. And pricey, that doesn't matter. I mean, when the right person comes along, no, wait, this. I need to just get that in there where I want it and wipe it away. Yeah, I always find that the paintings land where they're meant to. You know what, I'm going to add a little bit of purple in this background color. Lighten it a little more on that side, but I can always wipe it off. Is everybody working on anything new? Good morning, Donna. Monthly rent price plus 10% commission. They pay all the taxes. Wow, that's great. That's really nice, Judy. And it's fun to have a place where you can send people to if they want to see your work in person. My stuff's running there. I wanted to get that. And Donna, I finished your dog commission. It's drying. I'll have to show it to you then. There's a little bit of glare on there. I'll just move that a smidge. Okay. What color do I want to put down here as my background? I think I'm going to keep it kind of cool. Actually, I want to put out a little bit of my manganese blue hue. I like doing that where I want a color to get really light there at the bottom, like a white tabletop. So I use a little bit of that. I'm going to really try to keep this loose. I find the shadows of purple difficult. I'm excited to see what you do. Yes, me too, Judy. I always try to take risks, so I push myself and learn more, but yeah, sometimes I wonder what I'm going to do too. You guys have watched me enough. Sometimes I do think you wonder what I'm thinking. I know. But that's the fun thing about creating art too, is that there's really no risk. What's the worst thing that can happen is I make a bad painting and I have to throw it out. All right. It already looks pretty fun. Just using a paper towel to wipe out a little. I have a little too wet in some areas here. I have to get a little ambitious with my base layer here. It's to keep, my panel wet for painting, but sometimes I don't want it too wet. Megan, oh, I love that. I love to hear that your blood pressure goes down when I paint. That's wonderful. I like how blocky, just how simple and blocky that is in there. I always say one of these days I'll learn to paint that simply and be done. Certainly not at that ability level yet, but it's kind of a goal. All right, I think that's a good start. I could do a little bit of pigment sticks, and then I'll mix colors. Is that what I usually do? Or do I do the other way around? Oops. I was trying to clean up. This is olive yellow, but it's like super, super mushy. I don't think that's really going to work. I'm going to set that to the side. It's just too crazy. A little bit of the gold. I love this color. Watch me paint all day. That's fun. It's my goal is one of these days to be able to paint all day. I don't think I need much more of that. I need a little hint of this color that I always like to have popping through. Green. Yeah, I worked on another large painting was it this past week? No, it might have been. I finished it up, I think, this past weekend. I have to decide if it's finished, actually. I usually do move them into my living room and live at them and sit and look at them for hours till I decide if they're really finished or not. All right, I think that's a good start. All right, it's time to mix colors. Oh, thank you, Allie. What color? The base yellow. What transparent? It was mostly, I'm tired this morning, Indian yellow. And I did, in some areas, I mixed in a little bit of this transparent yellow green. Actually, I put out on my palette a transparent yellow medium, but I forgot to use it. Which darkish red Arnif? Oh, that was Quinacridone Magenta, I think it's called. Is this the one? Yeah, you have to sit with them and think about them, right? Make sure that you are finished. And sometimes it isn't so much thinking about whether I'm finished, it's just whether or not I feel like diving back in again. How long can you go and still go back into a new work? Gabby, if you don't varnish a painting, you could really forever, I think. I think once you have a varnish layer over top, you shouldn't do it, because then it's, the oil paint can't dry underneath the varnish that's underneath there, or whatever you put on top. I don't know. I don't quite understand it. It's a chemical thing, but I would say if you don't varnish your painting, you can go back at any time and keep working on it. What's the paramoga? Is that the sunflower? Not Nastya? Or sticks? What are the sticks? And do you paint over them? Yeah, I'll mix them in kind of. Oh, so they're called RNF pigment sticks, and you can you could either paint with them or you can just draw with them. I like drawing. It just kind of loosens me up a little bit. My Zest It. I did hear that that's harder to find right now, so I don't know. Do any of you guys know where you can find Zest It? I think I need to buy some before my workshop, but I had a couple big bottles of it, so I haven't needed to buy any in a couple years. Sometimes I buy things way ahead. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. It's so glumpy, but I'm going to see what it's like. I'm just cutting a little bit of it off. It's a little hard. I'm going to throw some of it out. That looks a lot like what that medium, kind of darker color is. I'm trying to think what I want to add to it. I think I'm going to blue in there. I think that really does look like the darker areas in the daffodils. And they also go a little bit red. Maybe I'll use that. And I'm trying to decide what red. I think I'll put magenta in there. So that's another way you can use an RNF pigment stick, is to just cut off a little piece and use it as paint. Last time I bought was from Jackson's Art Supply, but it was a while back. I kind of do think that that sounds right to me, that they still have it at Jackson's. No, that's way too dark. Get rid of some of that. Put a little bit of that in here. I'm just gonna put a touch of violet in there. My purple's kind of dried out over here. I have to get more. Oh, that's a nice color. That's more of the background color, I think. I don't know. I like that. Okay. So I'm going to make my cooler yellows. I usually go this way. I'm going to move these. I feel like I'm going in the wrong direction. Can you make a Zest It? Yes. Yep, that's right, Judy. Yep, you can do that. Make your own. Probably the best way to go anyway. Like making my own Torte Gray today. That's very fluid. Okay, and Gamsol. Yeah, I think I actually I did buy myself some Gamsol. I try not to have very many chemicals in my studio, but I did need that for something. Can't say as I used it. Yeah, Nita, I was wondering that too. Oh, I didn't put white paint out. I do see in the flower petals a little bit of blue in there, so I'm gonna just put a little bit of my Video Blue Extra Pale that you know I love out here. Oh, I use my I just use a scraper to clean it off, and then on a paper towel, I just put a little bit of this Chelsea lavender brush cleaner on there. Oh, yeah, Judy, I don't know. What, the Gamsol, is that what you mean, Ellen? It's a wild color, but I like that. I'm going to see if we can add a little bit of that in. I've been liking kind of minty, greenish yellow colors a lot lately. I need greens for my stems, but not a lot. And then I just have to mix up my background colors. That's a little too bright. I'm going to add just a little bit of red into that to neutralize it. It looks too green. And that might look too red. And I want it warm. Yeah, the minty green is fun, isn't it, Anita? Oh, yes, Judy. Yep, Drama said that. Dreama. Okay, that's a good neutral green. Took a while to get to that. And so I need a shadow color. I'm going to do a little bit of purple because I always like to have a little bit of complement. Just put it here to pop in there. Maybe not that dominant. That's my jars bopping around making sounds. That's too crazy. Yellow in there. That's better. It's kind of a neutral purple color. Now I'm going to make that burnt French umber. Get that out. And mix it with a little bit more titanium buff. I'll put it over here. Yeah, that's, oops, yeah, you can see that okay. That's really nice, but I don't know if it's enough. Let me put out a little bit more of that color. Right. So I've been doing that color eye combo with Esty McLeod, and did you see that challenge? And with Lori Siebert, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so they give you 3 colors, and you have to make a piece of art with just those 3 colors. You can add a little black and white if you want to, but otherwise it's really pretty much just those colors. And it's a really fun challenge. Like, I'm pretty good at mixing up when I have all my colors, but it's a whole different way of thinking when you have to create art and only have a few. Like, it'd be fun to do it with oil paint too, although I wasn't ready to dive into such a serious project with such a whimsical project with such a serious, like, I feel like oil paint's serious, not that making things in oil paint's serious, but the drying time and stuff. Like, I can't do it in my sketchbook. I have to prepare for it more. Oh, Irma, it's so fun. Yes, I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so I think that's good. I think that's all I really need. I'm gonna pull this up. sort of in the way. Let me move you over to my left a little bit. What's everybody having today? Coffee or tea? All right, I'm gonna try and use my big brush. And do very deliberate brush strokes. Look for the big shapes. Coffee, half decaf. That's smart, Ellen. I should try to do that. I don't know. I love my tea, a smoothie, peppermint tea, coffee, and watching you. Thanks, Megan. Tea. Looks kind of green down here. Maybe I'll do this. What size is your big? Oh, it's about an inch. This is Rosemary and Company Short Eclipse Flat number 12. I'd say if I had to pick a favorite brush, this would be it. I was saying I have a harder time taking care of my acrylic brushes than I do my oil painting brushes. I'm really bad at that. Have a little splash of color in here. I used to be a coffee addict, and then I cut caffeine and put half. That's a good idea. Yeah, I do look forward to my coffee. Now, I very rarely have more than 1 cup of coffee in the morning. I used to have more. Are any of you joining me for my hellebores mini workshop tomorrow? Oops, this has to go there. I have to go see if my hellebores are, I know they're popping up in my yard. I need to go check on them, or I'll miss the opportunity to photograph them. Oh, good, Sherry. Hannah joined. Did I miss anything? No, I think I'm good. Just have to scroll back and look. I think I'm going to put in some of my background. Where's the info? Oh, you can go through the link in my bio here. Are you on? Yeah, you're watching me on Instagram. I don't think this records on Facebook, but actually I have no idea. And if you can't find it, just send me a message. And then I'm going to be launching Art in Bloom again. So I'm going to send out an email. If any of you guys, have already done Art in Bloom. Well, I think the people who've already done Art in Bloom won't get my emails. But if you don't want those emails, I'm going to send out an email where you can opt out of getting them. Because I don't know how to separate my list very well. Never ending, the things I have to learn. I mean, it is fun, but... All right. Is it snowing there? Huh, it's snowing here too. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, after those 70-degree days we were having, now it's snowing. Crazy weather, right? Sadly, I won't be able to make it to the live, but I'm watching it. Okay, good. That's fine, Sherry. Yep, I'll record it and save it for later. I think I need to go a little bit lighter for this. Over on this side. I like that drama of how dark it is on that side. How light it is on this side. like to let my brush strokes show through. The onion snow. I think they do, Ellen. Does that mean that spring is almost here and this is the last time we have to see the snow? I am ready for spring. I'm going to need to do a little bit there. What did Michael say? What did I miss here? We got 2 inches in an hour. Oh, really? Guess Isabel will be glad she wasn't there. Izzy's home on spring break. Michael lives in Pittsburgh, where my daughter goes to college. It's always colder there than it is here. It's only 3 hours. Wait, what am I doing here? 3 hours west of here. I need a little bit of glow in there. Let me. These are kind of more green in here. Maybe I need to do my white bottoms there. Sorry, am I missing something here? Yep, there was 0 snow on the ground and now everything's completely covered. Oh my gosh, do you have to go shovel then? Can you tell us more about the color challenge you mentioned? Oh, sure, Miriam. It's called the Color Eye Combo is the hashtag COLORI combo. And Esty McLeod, ESTEMACLOUD, I think is how she spells her name, is doing it with Lori Siebert. And she will do a prompt that I don't think I have one printed out here, but every 3 days, you get a new color combo to make artwork with, and then you just share it under that hashtag. And I've been doing it in my sketchbook. I did one of those challenges with Lori in January, and really, I learned a lot. I enjoyed it, and it really kind of forced me to work in my sketchbook and do art that's a little less precious. So, if you know what I mean, like, when I'm doing a painting, it's a little more serious. Like, I know that I'm taking it to an art show or it's a commission. So I think you learn the most when you're just playing. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Yep, my paper towel's right here and I'm cleaning it. Yep, so I'm still using the same, that's a really good question. I'm using the same brush, but just cleaning my brush in between. So yeah, you can jump into the challenge at any time. You can start now. Start with the one they're on or start at the beginning and just share them. And it's just a fun way to play and not be precious with your art. Yeah, playing is so important. All of life, there's never enough time for play. I kind of like the dynamic of that. kind of just like the chunkiness in there. I need to lighten that up a little bit, but I love that it's just feels chunky. I'm not sure that I'll be able to keep it that way, but I'm going to try. All right, I'm stepping back to look a little bit. I feel like I need a smaller brush, but I'm going to try not to go any smaller. Ellen says the onion snow, a description that originated in Lancaster County with Pennsylvania Dutch, refers to snow that falls after the onions, carrots, and early blooming vegetables are planted and starting. It probably is. Because I was like, yeah, I didn't realize it was a Lancaster thing either. I have my artwork in a gallery now in Alexandria, Virginia, and we're going to go do the Scope It Out 5K in a couple of weeks. And my niece lives down there, and we're going to, she had colon cancer. She's a colon cancer survivor. And anyway, I was asking her last night about I would love to go take photos of the cherry blossoms. So I'm hoping I can fit that into my weekend when we go to visit her. She says we can get it all done. Go to the gallery, go see the cherry blossoms. Would be fun. Yeah, I didn't know onion snow was that. Sketchbook art is the best. I do too. Love the blue peeking through the glass. And I love when it feels very chunky and kind of spontaneous like that. All right, now I'm feeling like this is a mess, so I need to think about what I'm doing. So I can carve in around things like this to get those little, but I think I need to go in and put some more of my lighter lights in now. Oh, I need this green stem in there. Pull that out. Oh, and for anyone in my Inspiring Art group too, we have next weekend we're doing a field trip to my friend Beth's studio, and she does really cool painting technique. She calls it reductive painting. So she uses like a squeegee and pulls away a lot of the paint. And I went and did a workshop with her and loved it. So she's going to do a little demo for us. She lives here in Lancaster. So that will be really fun. And that's next Wednesday. In some of my lighter colors now because I think I have enough darks in there. And I want to keep it chunky like the bottom here. Oh, Marianne, it is, there's a link in my bio. Do you know how to get to like my main page here in Instagram? And if you click on my picture, I think that's what takes you to the bio. I think so. If not, just message me and I'll send it to you. It is really fun. You said that, Carol Ann? Yes, I love it. I'm in Pennsylvania. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. feel like this is a little big. I need a little bit smaller brush. I think all my favorite smaller ones. Oh, well, this will work, I think. I feel like I just can't quite get in where I want to get those. There's so many little details. Like, I don't want all the details, but I do need a little bit of it to get the feel of the daffodil. Yes, this is the hard part to me, is like not getting too detailed and not getting precious with it and just kind of letting it be spontaneous, because by nature, I want to go in and do all the little pieces, all those little petals. And it's hard. Sometimes the more complicated the subject is, the harder it is to weed out what you do and don't want to include and how much detail you want it to have. There. I think I want the ones in the background, to have a little bit be a little less detailed, and then maybe work more here in this front one. So I'm going to work my way to that. $8:47. I gotta stay focused here. Let me have a sip of my coffee and think here. A tough one, yeah. I have to think a little bit more. It's a lot going on in there, and it's a lot to keep simplified. And the good thing is that I only have so much time left, so I can't get too precious. I gotta just get this done. Just sometimes exactly what I need. I need to just dive in and get it done. I want to make sure that kind of comes forward. Maybe this one requires more abstract look. Yeah, I do too. I like how abstract it is. I'm kind of torn because I feel like it doesn't look complete, but I do like how abstract it is. And that has been a goal of mine, is to get more fluid and abstract with my paintings. And I just seem to dance back and forth always. Like, I'll do one that I feel like accomplishes that, and then I'll do one that totally doesn't. And it's not that I don't like it, but it's kind of not my goal. But then I'll kind of go in that direction for a while. I think that's the dance of figuring out your own style, is to just keep practicing and playing and until you land somewhere. But then as soon as you do, then the next thing comes along. That's certainly what I've learned about life. You can't ever think you're like, okay, I'm done now. I figured it all out. I know how to paint. I'm good. Then it wouldn't be any fun to keep trying, would it? All right, this can blend a little. I need those little things on the inside. I need to learn my flower parts. I don't know what they're called. too red right here. A little bit of background color in here. What do I have? 851. I'm still like the yellow popping out. Yes, me too. I don't paint with yellow very often, but I do really like it. This might be a little too. I like this little jar. I got it, it was, I don't think Donna's still in here, but my husband's cousin Donna, it was her mom's jar. It used to have a lid. Somewhere along the way, the lid's missing now, but I love to photograph flowers in it because it's nice and tiny and has some personality. I never have enough vases. Can you ever have too many vases? No. This is a little too dominant right there. It's getting close. I need to put these little details nice. What do you guys see that I'm not seeing? I'm just kind of looking around for where I need to have some separation or some pop of definition of, let's say, kind of more hard edges, maybe. You can only have too many vases at oh, Ellen, yeah, there's that. I've never moved, so, well, I guess I did move once, but I don't think it counts because my son was 1. That was a long, long time ago. Too many vases at moving time. I need a little bit more bright yellow, I think. Get here late. What color was used for the shadow on the table? A little bit, mostly kind of purple and gray, I'd say I used in there. I'm doing a little bit more of like true yellow pops. And I need true yellow, or more, I'd say, not true yellow. That's kind of a weird term. It's more Indian yellow. All right, 54. What do you guys think? Am I done? Is there anything I'm missing? Maybe just this needs to be. I think that's good. I think I'm going to sign it. It's done when you think it's done, yes. Sometimes you know that's a hard decision. I'm going to sign this. And I'll show you my reference, my painting, and my palette. Turn this around. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, guys. So, and if you want any information on that, the workshop that I'm doing tomorrow of hellebores, that's the links in my bio, and also Art and Bloom. Be sure you're on my email list if that's something you're thinking about doing. No, Leslie, that next week is the collective, and we're going to do our field trip to Beth's house. So I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this. Very fun. And yes, wonderful. See you guys next week. Thanks for coming. I will post this and it'll be on my YouTube channel. If you go there, be sure and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And it's also linked in the blog on my website. So I'll try and get that up probably today if I have time, if not tomorrow. So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me this morning. It was fun. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.